Hello, this is Bullet, aka the Passive Aggressive Sherpa. In today's video, we're exploring the moon. I found a thing. Actually, I found a few things, but in this video, mainly going to focus on the one thing. I had a blast, so I had to share it, and I figure along the way, I'll talk about how much I am enjoying Shadowkeep by pointing out the few things that I'm not super thrilled with, but overall, it's just fantastic. I'll admit to being concerned before Shadowkeep dropped. Bungie, I felt, had taken on too much, too many changes to the game all at once. I felt all they needed to do was give us a great new story on the moon, some interesting quests, weapons, and armor, a couple strikes, a couple crucible maps, we'd be good to go. I thought the new mod set would end up being too confusing and just too many options, too convoluted, I guess. But after spending hours and hours over the past few days, I'm just really glad to see that so far my concerns were unwarranted. The things I don't get, and I kind of think are a waste of time, is the constant power grind, for example. The game is interesting enough now. We don't need the constant power grind to keep things interesting. However, I do like the idea of the artifact. I think this idea of being able to gain power over the cap is a great idea. That's all we need. Having it reset each season, great idea. So we get a little bit of the power grind, but without having to go through like a whole thing. This idea of raising the power level every season just isn't needed anymore, in my opinion. It seems like a wasted resource for Bungie. Devs could be working on other activities instead of recalculating everything so we have a new power cap. And about the only other issues I'm having, really, they're just so minor. Like, we have all this space for our bounties in the menu, but we can't use them all. Seriously. Why they gotta tease me with all this space I can't use? Then, the other minor issue is that when you're exploring places now, and you're off like what's pictured on the map, your little green triangle that shows where you're at, it's not there anymore. You're gone. You have no idea where you're at. And so that's kind of difficult, especially when you're trying to make videos and you want to show, hey, this is where I'm at on the map, and you don't show up on the map anymore. So that's kind of awkward. But like I said, not a huge deal. So far from what I've seen, I'm just loving the expansion. I only just started experimenting with armor mods the other day. I keep forgetting that once you have them, you can use them over and over again. So I hadn't been applying them to any of my armor on my grind to 900. I was like, I don't want to waste them. I've also been saving up my upgrade modules. I've only got 18. I did use a couple already to bring up a couple of weapons that I use a lot from 750 to 900. My plan is that once I reach the power cap, then I'll start bringing up all my god roll stuff up to max power. I keep trying to think of things I don't like about Shadowkeep, and I'm just not finding anything that has me triggered. I know, unusual for me. But one of the biggest things that I love is just having these areas to explore. I'm exploring this, the moon right now. I had just before the footage that you're seeing, I went into the summoning pit where the D1 strike was, my favorite strike in D1. And it was so good to see. I just ran around. There's a little boss fight you can go in there and have. But it was so great just running around and looking at seeing the place again. I was like, visiting that place, you grew up when you were a kid, and just a really good time. And I'm doing the same thing here. I'm exploring these areas, just looking for, if there's any scanables or a dead ghost or things to find. And here I'm finding these nightmares, and And I eventually, as we go on, I get to a whole new thing where I find a weapons part and I don't know if it's a final boss, but it's an ogre that I kill and I get a chest with. Just a lot of fun going through here. I love the attention to detail and how things just look ragged and torn up, and as opposed to what all this looked like in D1, where it's just kind of, it was dark, but it was, you know, for the most part clean, and now there's cobwebs and just chunks of rock and debris on the ground, and looking very unkept and damaged. And I've also, I think I show in this clip, we'll get to, but there's some things I don't even know what they're for, but they're like these not quite scanables, but they're like those cats in the Dreaming City. Anyways, I've seen 2 of these so far, and there's one in here that we may have already seen or we're gonna see here shortly. I think we've already seen it, but I point it out again. I'll make sure that I point it out if we see it, and if not, I don't think. Yeah, we've already seen it. I'm looking at the footage here. Anyways, there's another scannable running around the room. It wants me to go over there, but a nightmare org must first be dealt with. I think he kills me. I think I got a little too carried away. Maybe not. Yeah, I think it was because I ran over here because I had to know what this was. Oh, like a weapon part. Okay. And then he came up on me. I hate it when that happens. Anyway, so deal with the ogre first. I don't know why I always want to call them orgs. I don't know where the hell I get that from. I have to sit there and concentrate and think. Ogre. Ogre. Not org. I don't know where the hell I get org from. But anyways, this whole thing, just a pleasant surprise. I had the best. I still haven't even finished the missions for Erish yet. I have just had such a good time going through and exploring places. Just an awesome expansion. Now we're gonna go take a specific look at where that other scannable is that I was talking about, that's similar to the one in the Dreaming City. I know nothing about it other than I've seen this thing a couple of times on the moon. As it turns out, it's not anywhere else in this video, so I just went back and reshot some video of it. Now we're back here at the entrance to the Chamber of Night, as we see on the map. This is footage I literally just went back and shot because I didn't capture it in the game. So you've just entered the Chamber of Night area. I try to run by as many enemies as I can just so I can get to the scannable, but when we do get to the scannable, I jump up to take a look at it because it's up on top of a rock, and enemies are shooting at me. It's in fact right ahead. But I jump up here. I don't see it at first. I'm like, where the hell is it? But there it is. So we jump up here, and obviously we need to do something. Take another look after I kill some enemies. And anyways, there's this scannable, and If anybody knows what to do with that, leave a comment section below. I haven't had time to research it myself. So of the 2.5 people that actually watch my videos, if you happen to know, leave a comment in the comments section. I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, that's about it for this video. Remember, if you liked the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Maybe even hit that bell icon to be notified of when I upload a video. It doesn't happen a lot lately. These things are very much appreciated, and if we could get 1,187 likes on this video, that'd be great. But most of all, thanks for watching. But seriously, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.